Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer. In today's episode of the Midlands to London, we're going to be rebuilding King's Cross Station. Now, I've known for a while now that I'm probably going to have to rebuild the station because of the semicircular roof that was built in 2012. So I thought, as we're not returning fully to Midlands to London just yet, but I thought I'd do something a little bit different, and I would make sure that that I haven't given up completely on the Midlands to London series, because I've had a few questions from people saying, have I given up? And no, it's just having a little bit of a break. So what I think I might do is just kind of mix and match between mainline and Midlands to London episodes, and basically see how we get on, just to add a little bit of variety rather than doing the same thing like building a new station on Midlands to London every week. But yeah, this is just rebuilding this, which I've had a little bit of a play around. You might notice that King's Cross has already been demolished because I've been experimenting with it just so I can build it kind of right first time, I hope, because it is a little bit tricky to kind of get right. So we need a 240 meter long station, and we need to place it just there. We need high speed tracks, and then we need a track in around there. So that's our first piece of the puzzle, and then we need a platform, just one more module longer. That's pretty much all I needed to do, really. Actually, saying that, I needed to move it right a little bit as well because the dome wouldn't fit with St Pancras alongside there. So yeah, it did need quite a lot of adjustment. Right, so we've got some tracks, and let's chuck these in. We're gonna have to go for 8 tracks as well, just to make it work. And then back to King's Cross. Will it let me put on the concourse like so? Will it? No, not yet. Need to put a few bits of track in yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck all of these bits in, and then let's see if it'll let me build the actual front, because that just gives us our indication of where the tracks and platforms need to be. So yeah, if we do, no, it needs to be shunted over a little bit, so something like that. And then we'll, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck in all of the platforms. Now I think it should have 8 platforms, but I'm just a little bit concerned about this space constraint before the tunnel, because I definitely want to have the tunnel in this, because otherwise it just wouldn't look right. So we definitely need that platform there for the center pier, which is supporting the roof. Then we definitely need that platform on that side. And then I guess no, that's just going to look rubbish. I think, you know what, I'm going to go with the full 8. I don't know how I built the station before with just 6 platforms, but or was it? No, I've deleted the wrong one there. Yeah, I was saying I've already had to play around with this, and I'm already struggling to remember what I did. Yeah, that's fine. And then that one there, get rid of those 2, and then yeah, that's right. It's not as complicated as I'm making it look. And then we just want our platforms all the way along here, and then we just need to fill in all of these bits. Yeah, I am making my life harder by making King's Cross accurate in size, but I'm sure I'll be able to make it work somehow. The throat might just be a little bit tighter, and I do have build anyway, so I can make some of the curves a little bit tighter than otherwise would be possible with vanilla. So should be able to get away with it. Might make the tunnel maybe a little bit shorter perhaps. Right, so that's done. Back to King's Cross now. And then we just want to put the roof. So the roof actually pretty much spans most of the platform area, save for like one module. So it's actually got quite a long roof, which it's quite unusual really, I think, for a grand canopy such as this to cover like 90% of the platform length. Right, so we've got that in there. That's nice and straightforward. Next we want, I think I'll put the dome in next, the new concourse, or the newish concourse. I say new, it's been open like 10 years. That's just crazy, right? And then chuck that in there. And then we need the triangular shaped building wedge in there like so. And then on this side we're going to need the right hand side buildings, so these go along here Let's just make sure it's in the right location. I think that is it. No, that's the one. And then these right two modules go all the way along, and then again this is pretty much right to the end of the roof, and then just the right three module, the R3 module, just fits on the end there just to complete that little bit. Right, so that's done. I mean, actually this is the first time I've looked at this properly, and if we actually go inside, we glitch inside, this roof really is impressive. You've got to appreciate Selmy for recreating this roof. It must have taken some doing to recreate this, because it is super accurate and all that triangulation there. Tessellation? No, I don't think tessellation is the right word, but yeah, you know what I mean. It just looks awesome inside and out, which is just great, like the level of detail. Okie dokie, so the next thing is you do have to put on a second station. This time wants to be 160 meters long, and it will actually glitch a little bit. So it wants to run exactly parallel with that triangular section there. Right, so let's just make sure I can do this properly. So configure another platform down the middle, and then we'll have a piece of track. Now I don't know how Selmy actually built this station. I'm not sure if he's put a platform on this end here, but what I'm going to do, you need a platform here, do you? Do you need a platform? I'm saying you need a platform, you might not need a platform. So let's go to the left. No, you do need a platform or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go tracks, and I'm going to go to the... No, it's not tracks, it's platforms. And I'm going to chuck an invisible platform down here, just because it's weird, like the way that you've got like a central platform here, which those two tracks go to, and then back to King's Cross, and then it just allows us to put on this one here, the 911 section, and then you need that either invisible or a real platform just to allow you to put that section of wall down, and then hopefully this doesn't fit. Right, okie dokie. Yeah, this is where you have to get this building of this station right. So if I just maybe glitch it that way a bit, if I go to configure, will it let me put this on before I do anything else? Just, you need to be able to see if you can actually get, and you can, that's good. Right, so we want the King's Cross segment, and then we want a piece of track, and then we go to the invisible platform, and then we go back to King's Cross, and then we just chuck that wall down there, and then over on there, like so. And yeah, there's a little bit of a gap. It's the smallest bit of gap. It probably should be butted up right against that wall, but I think I'm gonna leave it as is because it seems to work. So yeah, that's has this station moved? Right, let's just see if I can get a road in. That's annoying. I mean, I can't actually, no, it doesn't matter too much. I think I'm going to build that, and then we will use the build anyway. That's yeah, it's handy that I had that mod, as we have an autosave. Okie dokies, yeah, it just needs to force build a little bit of road along there, and then we need, well, we don't really need to put any roads in just yet, but we'll do a bus lane, yes, and then we'll just have a little bit of road along here. Chuck that into there. Yeah, that's fine. Good. Right, so we've got all of that in. That's all looking much better than it was anyway. We've got the new roof on. The only thing I'm a little bit concerned with, can I do this? If I go to the this pavement, what's this TT? Oh no, we don't want that. We just want that. No, I can build anyway, can't I? But just looking for the tendril, which is not showing me now. Have I broke it by doing build anyway? If I go to here, yeah, it's just not showing me. Right, let's get rid of you. Go to build road. It should be showing me any like street connections, which there just don't appear to be. There's one here. The only thing I'm thinking is, it's not happy with something. Before it was showing me a pedestrian path along here, but it's just not it's not coming up now. mean, it's not the end of the world. I guess I could just not use this station or kind of build another connection somewhere else. But yeah, before there was an actual pedestrian, you know, like you get the markings which show where the pedestrians are going to walk. I think I just want to get rid of that road. Go back to, no, I don't want one-way road. Yeah, it's giving me tendrils. If I just click on this station, it is... Oh yeah, now it's showing pedestrian walking. Apart from this isn't showing any pedestrian walking bit for some reason. So we might just not have to use that station. Right, okie dokie, never mind. Let's get this tunnel rebuilt. Actually, what I want to do before I go any further is just level this and then delete the rest of the tunnel, and then probably delete all of these tracks as well. So I think I'll just have one coming out here straight away just to make sure we're like generating a tunnel, which we are. Might just have to realign those tracks a little bit, but that's not a big issue. So let's just see if it'll let us build a big 6-track wide tunnel. So that's 4. Extend these out a little bit. 5 and maybe 6 on this side, like so. And then the approach into the station, am I going to make the approach accurate, or am I just going to make it work? I think I might just try and make it work. Yeah, let's just get these tracks fanned out, shall we, and just see if we can make something something workable. Yeah, I've forgotten what are the up-down slows and what are the up-down fasts on this. I don't know what needs to be connected to what really. Just trying to make it work, I think, is the best we can best I can describe that as. Right, so these tracks here I think are the up-down slows. Others you're not going to be... I'll stop doing that stupid thing where I'm using the arrow keys. Okie dokie, yeah, so the up-down slows slew over onto this side. I'm guessing, yeah, because the Thameslink services use this tunnel, don't they? And do any Thameslink services terminate things cross anymore? I don't know. And we'll have a track, so we're going to need a switch about there, and then a switch coming over onto that track, and then that one can just go into that one. Right, and then I think I'll have a switch coming out of there, and then we'll have another switch kind of straight across there, and then another switch over here to slew that over to that side. And then I don't need any other... Do I need another switch in here? I don't think I do I? Yes, I do. Right, so we'll have another switch in there. Right. Let's just go back up the main line to the nearest station. No, definitely going the wrong way. Right, so you are all broken, which is to be expected. Everything's completely broken. So I'm just trying to see which one's which. Yeah, so the up, down, fast are there, but you're also... Oh yeah, because it's up, up, down, down, isn't it? Right, that's fine. So the up, down, fast are in the middle. That's all fine. So you're going into there, and then you're going over to the left-hand side, and then you kind of slew over. So that's all fine. I think I'll just use... Let's say if I get rid of that, maybe I put in another switch like there, and then maybe I'll just put another switch in like so. That's going to be too much curve, isn't it? Just trying to make sure I can use as many of the platforms as possible, really. Don't want to limit myself too much. But I mean, it's not the end of the world because we haven't got that many trains coming in, but yeah, it'd be nice. That's, yeah, it's still pretty limited, isn't it? Yeah, because you want to be able to use that track there, so we need a switch that reflects that so you can go up and use those two. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just try and slew this a bit further maybe, and then what that should allow me to do is have a switch in there just about, which gives the fast services at least it gives it 3 platforms to use. No, we should have more than 3 because we've got that track there. 4 platforms. Not that it's an issue anyway, because we've got that many services, but yeah, maybe not accurate, but I think that's probably going to be like the workaround. Right, so these want to get demolished, then we just want to connect them up. No, we want maybe a little bit faster than that. Right, and now we've done that, let's see if I can just build this track over here. I just want it to be, I mean, it doesn't need to be that quick anyway, because the trains will be slowing down as they approach the station. But I think anything less than 70 would be too slow in my eyes. Right, we'll get that into there, and then that into there, and then we'll just have another track. Does this come off before or after it comes off just after? That's fine. Right, so little stub of track there, and it's still not letting me. Oh yes, it is. Hold shift. Right, good. Yeah, that's pretty slow though. Not to worry. That's after me saying, oh, it should be 70 miles an hour. I think we're just gonna live with that. Yeah, it just means that unless, oh, am I pressing the right button? Unless there are switches inside the tunnel, this just looks like it's two ups. So basically well, it'll be 3 ups altogether. It looks like this up track kind of fans out. It's going to get a little bit quicker to become 3 ups. That makes sense. And then we've got like 3 ups and a down, and then a down, something like that anyway. And then is it right? Okie dokie. So let's try and get this to work again. Obviously, King's Cross needs to be redone. And it's still broken. Can I move? Can you move? I want you to go up. I want you to be there. Maybe if I go right, King's Cross for now, and then Welwyn Garden City, and then we'll get rid of that Welwyn Garden City, and then everything's still broken. Maybe if I press the spanner. No, doesn't want to work. Alright, again, we need to get rid of King's Cross, and then rebuild. Well, not rebuild, replace Stevenage, and then get rid of you. At least you're working anyway. Right, let's get this. Oh, we just want to see the train services. Maybe if we get rid of London Signal, that might help. No. Right, we're going to have to do this bit by bit. So, Welwyn Garden City, you can get on there quite happily. And then you've got this grade separated junction, which takes it over here. Is it just trying to go on like a stupid platform that it shouldn't do? If I go no, not configure. Terminals. Wants to be on like platform 1. Is that going to fix it? Nope. Get rid of you. Yeah, don't know what its issue is. Right, Welwyn Garden City, signal, add station. See, why can't you get to there? Oh, we don't want Welwyn Garden City down here, do we? King, what's the next station? Stevenage, Peterborough, Stevenage. Yeah, that should all be straightforward, he says. Right, so yeah, it's complaining in both directions. Let's go add station. Good. Right, so you can get to there. Have I not connected the tracks up? Right, let's get rid of this. Okie dokie. So if I try and, can I just like put a little tiny switch in there, and then another switch on there, and then if these fan out to those 2 platforms there, then that should work. Have I got the tracks all lined up? Just make sure I'm not missing any. So let's chuck a signal on, see if that helps us any. Don't think it will, but let's see what we can do. So 1 on there, 1 way, yes. So you are a down, and you are an up. So you've already got a signal on you. That's fine. That's all fine. And then I think this wants to be an up. I think that also wants to be an up. And then you want to be a down. Do you? Yeah, no, 2 downs then, isn't it? That's a down. That's an up. And then you end up with 3 ups. Not sure if that's how it's done in real life, but we'll have it like that anyway. And then we'll just leave that section unsignalised for now, but I just can't work out. So it can get onto its nice grade separated junction. Add another signal. Yeah, you can get onto there, no problem. Next signal, no problem. And then have I signalised the approach? I have. Is everything electrified? It should be. No, that is that's the issue with those platforms. Right, so we're gonna have to get rid of this track, aren't we? And then just get these tracks in. Okie dokie. So those tracks are now electrified, and we can just throw in these 2 tracks here, and everything should work. Which it doesn't. Why? You've got a switch there. Let's go to the tool. Just make sure all of these tracks are. Yeah, not worried about that, but that's electrified now. Can't see what the issue is. we've got a switch that allows us to use any of those platforms. Let's maybe, oh no, I've just de-electrified a piece of track, haven't I there? Terminals, let's put you on one. What's broken? No electric path. Definitely is. Just double check, let's just actually physically look at it. Yeah, you can see there's all catenary in there, that's all fine. Just make sure all of these tracks, make sure there's no little like stupid gap that I've left or something. Tunnel looks electrified. Let's just get these trains and flip them round. Right, okie dokie, yeah, they just got a little bit confused. Yeah, don't need to worry about those. Right, okie dokie, so we got it done, that's good. The tunnel's maybe a little bit short. I might be able to lengthen it. Let's try and lengthen the tunnel a little bit. I mean, it's not the end of the world if the tunnel's a little bit shorter than it is in, well, I say in real life because the scale's completely off anyway, but it would be nice just to have the tunnel be a little bit longer. And then we'll just get these tracks connected back up again. I don't know if there's a curve in the tunnel, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Yes, well, it does matter a little bit. We need to get the tunnel built first before we put the curve in. And now we haven't got a tunnel portal anymore. Great. Right, get you hooked up. We'll have a little tiny bit of a curve in the tunnel. It doesn't really matter too much. But as long as we've got a tunnel portal, that's the main thing. And we don't want two tunnels. We just want a great big tunnel. And then get those bits connected up like so. Have I broken anything? No, good. Right. And then all we need to do is just have that flat off and probably get rid of all of this as well. And then what I've got is I've subscribed to, I think you might be able to see it just there. So I just want this to be completely flat anyway. And then I subscribed to these water textures just to make like the canal that kind of goes across the top of the tunnel, because obviously you can't get any water in, but that'll do the job. Not that you can see it anyway, but it just makes it look a little bit better, doesn't it? And then we want some roads and stuff. Not going to do this in this episode today, but it just makes all of this area look a little bit more realistic with the canal. Do some detailing above it, but yeah, that's King's Cross rebuilt anyway, which is the main thing that I wanted to do today. It's a bit, well, it's a lot more accurate than it was, a lot bigger, and we've got all the tracks in, and they all managed to fan out just fine, which is the main thing. And then we just want a little bit of ballast to fill in those little bits there, and then I'll do some detailing around the station. Not sure when the next Midlands to London episode is going to be, but yeah, I haven't given up on it entirely or at all really, just having a little bit of a break. But yeah, King's Cross definitely looking a heck of a lot better, even though it's a little bit close to St Pancras, but definitely more happy with how that's looking. So I'm going to leave it there for today. Say until next time, bye bye.